This futuristic community operates in total synchronization. Every street is immaculate, every building is symmetrical, and every citizen moves through a landscape of pristine, predictable organization. In Lois Lowry's novel, The Giver, we see this order maintained through rigid daily rituals. Jonas, the young protagonist, joins his family every evening for the telling of feelings, to resolve minor stresses, and every morning they share their dreams to ensure their subconscious thoughts remain within acceptable bounds. These rituals are the foundation of a society that has effectively eliminated conflict. By following a strict code of conduct that dictates everything from the clothes they wear to the bicycles they ride, the community has removed the variables that typically lead to human friction. The consequences for deviating from this order are absolute. When a pilot in training accidentally flies a jet over the community, a voice over the loudspeaker calmly informs the citizens that he will be released. In this clinical world, release is the polite term for a final, lethal punishment for a simple navigational error. Establishing this level of total societal peace required the systematic removal of the most defining and unpredictable elements of the human experience. The community maintains its grip on the population, starting with a doctrine called precision of language. This serves as the first layer of mental control, ensuring that words are used only in their most literal, sterilized sense. We see this when Jonas's friend Asher is corrected by his instructor for using the word distraught to describe his lateness. In this classroom, the word is forbidden. It implies an emotional intensity that the community seeks to erase, insisting he use the word distracted instead. These mandated public apologies function as a psychological leveling tool. They replace genuine, messy, personal regret with a standardized response that the entire class recites in unison, flattening the individual's experience into a uniform social script. Language polices the mind, but the community uses a second tool to manage the body, the daily stirrings pills. These pills are mandatorily administered at the first sign of adolescence. When Jonas experiences a vivid dream about wanting to bathe his friend Fiona, his mother identifies it as a stirring, and he is immediately placed on the medication to numb his burgeoning desires. By regulating both vocabulary and biology, the system neutralizes individuality at its source. It prevents the formulation of complex, rebellious thoughts by ensuring the hormones and the language required to express them are suppressed. While our world views adolescence as a time of self-discovery, Jonas's community replaces that uncertainty with the ceremony of 12. During the ceremony, elders dictate a permanent career, funneling personality data into a single node called the assignment. This dictation covers every life event. They match spouses on temperament and assign exactly 2 children per family unit, creating a life cycle with 0 branching choices. The community calls this sameness. It is a world where climate control has removed the weather, landscaping has flattened the hills, and genetic engineering has removed the very perception of color. However, Jonas carries an anomaly the system cannot program away. He has pale eyes, and during a game of catch, he notices a nondescript apple briefly flicker as it flies through the air, momentarily revealing a hidden property. Jonas's ability to see color reveals a limit to the community's social engineering. It suggests that certain human traits persist regardless of the environmental and biological controls the elders put in place. The community's existence is built on a specific transaction. They successfully traded human depth for absolute safety. This world has no poverty or crime, but it also has no deep emotional love and no authentic connection between its citizens. By removing the possibility of pain, they also removed the possibility of true joy. Author Lois Lowry uses this sterile world to challenge her readers to evaluate the true cost of comfort and conformity. Lowry's work suggests that human identity cannot develop in a vacuum of sameness. Without the freedom to choose and the risk of choosing poorly, a person becomes a mere component of a social machine. True identity requires friction. The experience of facing danger, making mistakes, and even feeling pain is the necessary forge that builds a person. Jonas's transformation is completed when he learns that release is actually the clinical execution of those who do not fit the community's standards, including the very infants his father nurtures. This revelation connects the clinical perfection of Jonas's world to our own reality. It asks us to see our daily struggles and the unpredictability of our lives as evidence of our freedom. These messy, unpredictable, and often painful aspects of our individuality define us. They are not errors to be corrected by a committee, but the most essential qualities we possess.